Ну все, начинаем. Сейчас должно запуститься. Так. Видно игру? И ужин успел собрать. Замечательно. Я так рад прям. Меня слышно нормально, да? Блин. Меня бесит сломанный меч. Эта игра такая старая, она гораздо старше, чем герои, но при этом она разгоняется намного дольше. Ну, типа, должна меньше грузить. Нет? А тут задержка огромная просто. Ну, ладно, в общем, возвращаемся к нашим баранам. Продолжаем. Мы остановились как раз на том, что мы спустили треногу.
What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Герара хир. Розовый свет, в смысле? У меня всегда розовый цвет. Ух, етить женщина-кошка. Кошка-женщина.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor George.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
Охренеть, они стоили, короче,
You mean
по
it was you who stole the
сотке
tripod?
рублей.
Oh, hell,
Для таких
Nico.
конфет это
I
огромная
could have been
скидка.
shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own
70%
feet.
практически.
I just wish you'd
Блин,
told
был
me
две
your
коробки.
plans. We're
Одна из них
supposed to
моя.
be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Жоржи.
Rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod.
Блин, а турнамент будет, интересно, сильно тормозить? Он типа тоже там какого-то года. Но вообще у меня есть 3 разных турнамента 99-го, 2010 и 2011 года. Может, новые тормозить не будут?
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there? Maybe not.
Я нахер забыл, что делать надо. Если честно.
Let's take
Надо
another
еще
look at the
манускрипт
manuscript.
посмотреть.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Угу, охрененно.
There's a
Чё
guy
дальше?
working on a...
Так,
there's a-
понятно, ничего нового ты нам не скажешь, да?
The knights through... I'd better get back to the quest.
Окей, ни хрена не понятно. Ну, нам, наверное, может, в музей надо с этим поболтать. Да, с Лобино.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Раздражает, когда он так говорит. Типа нельзя ему показать ее.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram?
Пинкахайм.
He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter.
Угу, можно
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
Может, это
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Может, это?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere
Привет,
in
эту
what used to
игру?
be called Persia.
Нет,
I'm not
второй.
too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid.
Привет.
The most recent
Сейчас.
map I have shows America as an
Но я
English
ничего не помню,
colony.
поэтому как бы чисто по логике, по методу тыка, все вот такое. Все, наверное.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Пойдем дальше. Точно, я вспомнила, мне вот сюда нужно, в Монфасон. Да, все. Все, я вспомнила.
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
Пеннивайз парижский.
Have you seen this man before?
No.
А,
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No! I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu!
мантия.
A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crownheads of Europe
Почему он все это
are
говорит с
the
такой грустной
jongleurs,
моськой?
witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turn in their hours
Он
of
типа грустный
need.
клоун.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders. Plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
А,
A lot more
кривожопый
difficult
Жорж.
than I thought. That's how difficult.
Фу, щеманью.
Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques Dumoulin, was burned on an island in the Seine in
Ага, прочитал на табличке,
1314.
да.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur.
Прочел на
I
табличке, да,
read
да.
it on that board over there.
Ну да, ясно. Да.
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose, and now grease paint. You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea again. Caper, caper, caper. Plummet. No.
Да ты
Go
заеб
again.
со своей идеей, Жорж. Прям.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You smoke.
No, I don't.
In that case, it means nothing to me.
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Я не знаю.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Может, туда надо? Ой. Давайте поговорим с ним. Здрасте, здрасте.
Excuse me, father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Ага.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that.
Это когда я пишу курсовую, скачиваю файлы с интернета. Господь гневается.
Do you speak Latin?
You ask this of a priest?
Okay. Can you tell me what per disciplinum meam lux videbus means?
Let me see. That would be, by my teachings, you will see the light. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh man, that's awful.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
Давайте его поспрашиваем.
Have you seen this man before?
No, I have never seen him before.
How about this for a gem?
It is very beautiful, monsieur. And yet, I feel that there is an air of suffering about it.
I've got a medieval tripod.
Monsieur, you are a walking treasure house.
Самое интересное, где он все это прячет?
No way.
Ну, вы знаете, где, да? Да, знаете.
That is not a good idea.
Все, больше
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
не поговорить. Может, посмотреть сюда? Не знаю.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc, a scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew a scholarly knight.
Ты посмотри уже туда, Инди.
I could see that what had at first seemed to be per disciplinum sounds pretty. Per disciplinum,
Видишь свет.
a bit of a stained glass window. Wow. Had been.
Эй, сложно. Ладно, пошли наружу. Боже, я вот с этого момента вообще ничего не помню, как делать.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
С солдатом? Каким? Этим?
Excuse me, officer. Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the so-so Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing and not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Гениально.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur, I'll be there.
Чё, надо, наверное, типа, с носом пожанкали.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Или чё, я не знаю.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Может, его надеть надо? Жорж, заёб.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation,
Ты же
monsieur.
докопался, куда хрен на улице.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
Secret weapon. Давай. А! Ну и чё? О! Мы покорили
The
публику.
juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
Скорбили.
Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Мы теперь сможем... Руку открыть может. Толпа такая, да похуй вообще. Гениально. Давай смотреть, что тут есть. Ага. Окей, это все замечательно. Давай смотреть.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. There were 3... The wall...
Все понятно. А тут что?
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The inscription...
Ой.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, this is where the gallows used to stand. Maybe. The hook lay in a bed of chain.
Пошли туда. Ой. В подвешенном состоянии, чувак. Тебе нормально, бать?
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked. The door was a handsome piece of work.
Помогите! Я не помню, что делать, не знаю. Может, как-то юзануть можно эту хрень?
It was time for some brutal
Да,
destruction.
действительно. Однако.
Hey, that's hollow. I'd poked a hole in an historical site.
Вандал.
If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Давай
Here goes.
посмотрим, что там. Ой.
The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap. Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
И чё? Наверное, оттуда эту цепочку прихерачить. Ага. Calculated. Пошли.
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
Давай смотреть, что там.
In the beginning was the end.
An
end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report.
The military
Это же
establishments are in
создатели
flux.
Абстерга, я вам
The
отвечаю.
end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own
Какой у него
citizens.
акцент.
A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Да, мировая элита.
Excellent.
И все тамплиеры.
The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machines.
Ты это кто, мать твою?
Professor, where is the broken sword?
Пускайте титры.
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
И деньги,
We are
профессор.
working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results. Not petty bickering. Not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my
Вот это интриги,
orders.
мать.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know three
Это
of
великий
the
магистр,
elements.
что-то
We know
какой-то.
that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition the next time that we meet. It will be to
Ну,
become
как обычно, в общем,
the
тамплиеры.
princess
Классика.
of this world!
Wow.
Вечно они хотят мир захватить. Почему нет игры про хороших тамплиеров, где они не хотят захватить мир и подчинить его новому порядку, украсть яблоко Эдема, сделать что-нибудь хорошее, в конце концов. Ну, типа, не по их пониманию хорошее, а просто хорошее. Захват мира — это нехорошо. Вообще нет, просто нет, нет. Какая-то херовина. А, сюда. Вот так.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
И камушек. Вжих.
The light, falling
Oh,
from
мать
above,
моя.
struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Возвращение в квартиру Нико.
Nico, I've
Привет,
seen them.
Гошенька.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
У
And
нас
you
тут
saw the Knights Templar?
создание
I saw a
церкви в
bunch of
самом
guys masquerading as
разгаре.
Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars,
Да, мы ее
they're
уже
men and
давно
women in
проходим.
influential
Это уже где-то
positions.
половина
Don't you
игры,
see?
наверное.
Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Ну чё, тогда поехали в
Do
Сирию?
you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Ой, а это что? Поместье де Васкончелло. А мне сюда надо, да? Я что-то уже не помню. Ладно, давайте в Марив поехали. Восток. Восточные сказки.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglese? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed oui, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Мерч для туристов.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
Я так поняла, что он сериалы смотрел, и по ним учил английский. Нормально. Это... Как это? Лидер БТС также учил английский.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on. I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Давай.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir. I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
Cold eyes. Yes.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
Блин, грустно, Гош.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Кошка. Ой. Может, надо ей мячик кинуть? Нет. Может, надо позвонить? И чё? И
As I
кошка
didn't
там
see the
сидит.
point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
Ау, ну и ладно. Давайте с мужиком поговорим.
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy, I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne?
Дуэйн
My name's
Джонсон.
George Stobart.
На пенсии.
I saw a medieval picture of a woman. Royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Да, ясно.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Прикольно.
Pearl writes the poems for 'em. You ought to ask her to recite some.
Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Templars.
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
Вообще не
What
помню,
I
что здесь делать
know
надо, если
and
честно.
what I say are
Будем
two different
смотреть.
things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective
Подожди,
of
ёпта,
the
ты понял? Я не
manuscript.
поняла.
It's a lens.
Гениально!
Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go
Он
far.
продает мерч
Kept
туристам,
trying
ему
to peddle
положено.
garbage on us, though.
You're not going to find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them there stands.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Какой-то он мутный.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
Напряжный мужик.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Блин, нам, короче, нужно как-то вот эту статуэтку достать, но я не помню как. Ладно, по ходу дела посмотрим. Давайте поговорим с его женой.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome.
Ой, какая.
What can I do for you?
Очечки клёвые.
Hi,
У
my
меня
name's
тоже клёвые.
George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay,
Aw.
Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Precious. Oh.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nejo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die.
Aw.
I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
I've been talking to your husband, Dwayne.
Oh,
Yeah, he tells me that he runs a greeting card company and you write the poems that go in them.
oh yes, indeed. I consider myself the artiste of the family. Tell me, George, would you like to hear one of my poems?
Да, почему нет?
Yes, go on then.
Okay then, darling, here we go. Our sympathy upon this time, when your heart doth break.
I like the doth.
Classy, isn't it? We know the grief that must entail when your schnauzer gets bitten by a snake. Ah, it still touches me. What do you think, George?
It's
Великолепно.
very specific, isn't it?
You think so? We sell a lot of those, dear.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines in Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
Ладно.
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really.
Ага.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a philomonist?
Don't they have secret handshakes?
Oh, George. Now you're teasing.
Ой, фалон.
Have you ever heard of anybody calling himself Merlin?
Merlin?
No, Merlin. Merlin. There's an O in there.
Moulin?
You haven't, have you?
No, darling. No Moulins.
Смёрлин.
What does this mean to you?
Gosh, is this some sort of psychological test?
No.
Oh, well in that case it's a red ball.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
How did this guy make a living selling...
А с ним можно поболтать? Нет, только посмотрим, да?
He didn't have anything that I needed.
Может, кошке туда надо мячик кинуть? Нет. знаю, что делать.
I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios. There were some great bargains on the shelf, providing you ran a junk museum. Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help
Точно,
you this
ему
time?
надо отдать мячик.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, it's a funny thing. But I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
Женщины.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases.
Кошка, которая гуляет
And
сама
today
по себе.
it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You have a point. Seriously, do you really think this thing's so great?
Take it away, you tempter.
I'll swap it for something off your stand.
Due to seasonal financial considerations, I'm afraid I cannot.
I thought you wanted this thing.
I do, sir. The stand doesn't.
Which in translation meant it's not really my stand, and I'll be in big trouble if I swap anything for something that I want myself.
Alternatively, is there any service that you require?
Not at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind. So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Понятно. Ладно, пойдем пока дальше. Шашлык, машлык.
What's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab.
Кебабы.
Most good.
What do you think of this?
Buy kebab? Come to eat?
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
La, you buy kebab? None?
Вот ты
Well,
ёбанутый.
goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. The stallholder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand. The stand had kebabs dangling from the canopy. As a marketing device, it lacked something.
Ой.
It was the pattern. I'd seen that pattern somewhere recently. The carpet seller looked craftier than the offspring of a fox and an insurance agent.
Страховой агент.
Muruba! Hello
Ой,
there!
боже. Жуткий чувак.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah! Give to me! Give to me! Alamut!
Аламут. Ой.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, No. And again I say, no.
No.
But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No. I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellence. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
Shiver!
The club manager's bonhomie seemed forced. Looking at the place, I could understand that. The outside of the ornate spittoon was beautiful.
Фу.
The inside wasn't. I hadn't felt a need to spit since I was 12.
Плюй!
The spittoon was...
Плюй!
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it. Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh, yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
Lol.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough.
Сурово.
Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable.
Yeah.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon, whatever that is.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha. But they
Он такой
go.
рофильный, лол.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions. Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, What does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes. Come back, it been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No. Ultar use bucket.
Блин.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here
Sure?
only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him.
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 mile out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the
50
Bull's
баксов!
Head. 50 Yankee dollars, please.
50 bucks? I don't have 50 bucks.
Oh, most unhappy
Полтос
event.
баксов!
Ultar,
Сколько это на
then
нынешний
sorry, but
курс
he cannot
рублей?
take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's bucks or zip, or unfortunate American.
Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most
Злосчастный
extreme.
невезуха.
The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, the delights.
Понятно.
See you around, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
Пошли. Какой он жуткий. Капец.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush.
Фу! О, гадость. Ugh.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Ultar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You know how he speaks in pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe, perhaps.
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant.
Говнюк
And
мелкий.
merchants trade.
Ай-яй,
Merchant?
а?
This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be...
No, you're right. What would you...
I seem to recall that you have something. A globe of delight. A Rubicon spheroid.
You mean the ball, don't you?
A tiny spherular form.
If you mean the ball, why don't you just say so?
Да,
All right, here you go.
Thank you, sir. People say bad things about Americans.
О,
but you're
спасибо.
okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il-ach il-kalb.
Il-akal kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
Звучит, сука,
So long,
подозрительно.
Nijo.
Toodle peep.
Ну ладно. Пошли.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
Il-akul kalb?
Filthy. Bad.
В смысле,
I'll
Бэт?
kill you.
О,
Whoa!
нет!
Calm down. I just... Feet, do your thing.
Бежим! Беги! Беги, сука, беги! Давайте обходим его стороной, обходим. Капец!
What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your brush, sir.
Le tactique.
I can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a
Жуть.
toilet brush.
The ends justify the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't your butt that was on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me. So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not, as Kipling would say,
Fiercely independent.
and it smells.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep.
А как достать
Nijo.
статуэтку?
Hello again, sir.
That's not a very...
No, sir.
Why do you...
Oh, as
Fiercely...
and
Thanks for getting the brush.
anytime.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep.
А, чё дальше делать? Непонятно, сложно. А туда чё? Чё там? Мы туда еще не ходили.
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
А, ну ладно. Нам надо ёршик вернуть. Вот это, я понимаю, спасательная операция, конечно, да. Это очень важно, прям, капец.
Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back.
Какой доволен.
The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off. What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning and detergent before go around my, you bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeedy.
Ну ладно. Пошли.
I knew the door was locked. I'd need the key to get in there. It was a roller towel dispenser.
Гениально. Красотулька. Ой!
Oops.
Ой!
I hadn't drunk anything since the morning, and I didn't need to use it.
Все? Все собрали? Пошли. Ну вот. Вернули ёршик, зато украли полотенце. Все честно.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later.
Ой. Ой! Вот. Гениально. Я же помнила, чё как. Короче, нам сейчас надо будет эту статую вымазать в гриме.
The grease paint had worked magic. Now it looked like aged marble instead of cheap plaster.
И, короче, отдать ее этой бабе. За 50 баксов. Да,
Hello again,
500
Pearl.
bucks.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for.
Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
I'm not sure.
Sounds awful romantic. The Bull's Head Hill.
Have you met the taxi man, Ultar?
Heavens, yes. What a big man. Very muscular.
But you didn't go for a ride.
Why, George, you're absolutely the most... Oh, You mean a
На,
taxi
для поездки,
ride?
да?
No, Dwayne wasn't interested, so it didn't happen.
Ясно.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean...
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
And here you go.
Как-то
Thanks for the money, Dwayne.
развели как лохов.
I ought to be thanking you for finding this Roman statuette.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Ну ладно, пошли. Нам на гору ехать. Блин, 50 бачей за такси, это капец. Чё так дорого?
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain.
50, huh? Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price mullah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging Army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah. Okay, I'll be along in a minute.
Какой довольный.
It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
Ну пошли.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old army truck to me.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes, you have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
Настоящий такси, слушай, да?
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay, already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There
Да
is
ты
a minor
задолбал.
problem of a tiny nature.
Да в
The
смысле?
fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
В смысле?
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something. What does this toilet chain mean to you?
You got brush back so you could steal chain? You sure
А что ему надо было?
Bye for now, Ultar.
А, полотенце, да.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid.
Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes.
Yes, поехали. Несколько часов спустя. Едем. Кто-то за нами наблюдает. Чудесно. Вообще в какой-то жопе оказались. Ой. Отломал. Веточку. А как тогда? Так?
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
И чё?
Centuries of hot days and cold nights, deep into the...
Палку туда поставить, что ли? Нет. А чё? Это? Это? Нет, а чё тогда?
I'd damaged that tree enough for one day. I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
И что? Джордж, хватит издеваться. Что делать? Как спуститься? Альё-мальё. Ну, в смысле ты не знаешь? Надо знать. Кто должен? Я должна знать, что ли?
Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock.
Может, я тыкаю не туда, куда-то? Нет, блин, надо же туда что-то воткнуть.
It was a metal rod with a...
Нет, точно эту штуку, я уверена. В смысле нет?
A young tree grew at the edge of the drop.
Роллер, помоги мне. Я не знаю, что делать. Что делать? Что с этой ссаной трещиной делать? Ага. Я не знаю. Ну почему таким... Сложно.
It was the roller towel from the...
Ну что-то же надо сделать.
I could see that crack would make...
Ну, опорная точка — это замечательно вообще. Дальше чё? Я не знаю, что делать. Как спуститься надо, а как?
I damaged that tree enough for one day.
Помогите!
Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock.
Может, я что-то забыла?
I could see that...
Импровизированную веревочную лестницу.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to a stick with a textbook loop
Реально?
knot.
А теперь эту
I
херню
could see
сюда.
that crack would make a good anchor point.
Вот, все.
Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
Чё, в первый раз воспользовалась подсказкой. Ну, потому что я тупенькая немножко, бывает.
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no scorpion stung me, for which I was very grateful. But there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand. I took a firm hold of the ring. I tried not to think of death traps, and pulled.
Тяни.
Whoa there!
О, мать моя, пошли. О, привет.
Around the corner, I found the corpse. Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again.
Нет. Нет.
Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died.
Мы сдохнем тут.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it. A stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries.
Индиана Джонс неудавшийся. О.
Whatever had been in the bottle had been drunk. Klausner must have died of thirst and dehydration.
Бедняжка.
I've done more fun things in my life than searching a corpse, but as my life expectancy wasn't great, I figured I should try every new challenge that came my way. I cautiously flicked open the jacket.
Опа!
Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens. A very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball. There was nothing else in the pouch. I searched the corpse. No portable phone, no demolition charges, no 5-course meal. You'd think international conspirators would go around better equipped. I couldn't see any marks of violence, apart from his fingertips being scraped raw, and that seemed self-inflicted. Klausner had been pretty smart to get this far, but he was still dead.
Жуть.
Bullwhips might be handy for exploring ancient ruins, but they're no use when you're trapped in a cave. Klausner clearly fancied himself as a latter-day Indiana Jones.
Да.
Klausner. I'd searched Klausner once.
Ну, земля тебе пуховиком, чувак.
I couldn't take the inscription with me. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi. Okay, that would have to do.
Ой.
The mouth's opening. It must be Ultar. My God. If he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are!
Ой!
You!
Hello, Mr. Stobart. We meet in the most unusual places. Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I shall hit you even in here. But unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart.
Даже мне больно стало, окей.
Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
Да?
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about. Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
No, nothing.
So, why is this location important? What did the Templars hide here if not an artifact?
Well, there is something, I guess, but you can't move it.
Yes? What is it?
It's a treasure map. Yeah, X marks the spot.
Come now. Do you expect me to believe that?
Yeah, okay. You caught me. But round the corner, there is something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin? Do you remember it, Mr. Stobart?
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you gonna do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Lol.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck?
Атерет! Нанна! А, ты что творишь? Нет! Ай! Капец! Ни хрена себе! Сиганул со скалы!
Luckily, the canopy on
Поехавший.
Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
Да вообще же скач.
As a magnifying glass, obviously.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Да, просто такая... Боже! Монсьор Жорж! Привет. Фантом. Фантом Гоу. Ага. Что нам делать? Может, в ту статуэтку надо херануть линзу? Но я точно не знаю. Сейчас будем опять методом тыка. Давай. О. А ну-ка.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Умно.
Per disciplinum meum lux.
Просто go.
Эй!
Эй! 3 элемента линзы нужно вращать так, чтобы внутри круга появилось узнаваемое изображение. Наведите курсор мышки на ручку, чтобы он принял форму руки, а затем перетащите элемент линзы вправо или влево. Когда элементы линзы примут верное положение, Джордж сразу поймет это. Окей. Бля, гениально. Вот так. И вот так. Так вот. Ебать.
Вот. It was a Knight Templar burning at the stake. And below him a date in Roman numerals. A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And
Эй, я таки запомнила.
Let me see. M-C-C-C X-I-V. That's 1314.
Кто-нибудь запомнил это, я надеюсь. Ну окей, ладно, пошли. У нас там новая территория открылась. Давайте-ка туда сходим. Какое-то поместье. Вот. А, нет. А где? Оно же было открыто, нет? А, на карте. Вот, вот. Вот оно. Поместье до Воскончелло. Ой, красота какая.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
Yeah, that's it. The Countess has won the lottery, and I'm here to give her the check.
Marvelous. May I see it?
No. I mean, no, I have to deliver it to her in person.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Oh, for crying out loud. Why'd you lead me on, then?
To amuse myself. To make you look a fool. To make you go away.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why? This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
I'll be going for now.
Adios, senor.
Давайте на всякий случай сохранимся. И пойдем дальше. Что тут? Шланг. Можно с ним
I didn't like the
что-то
idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
Понятно. Зайти, пока он поливает.
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
Ну, блин. Ой, там окно. Давай в него посмотрим.
The main part of the house was old, but nowhere near as old as the gatehouse section.
Может, еще с ним поговорить надо?
Hello again.
You again.
Yep, and it's a real bonus to see your smiling face, too.
Не знаю даже.
Would you like...
I do not think so, senor.
What do you make of this?
So that's it. You're a salesman.
If I was hawking medical supplies, I can think of better places to... Look at this
It's a tissue with...
Yes. I'll be going for now.
Adios.
I'm no
Сложно.
student of architecture, but the
Пиздец,
little building looked
непонятно.
old. I wondered if it was...
Что делать, блядь? Опять ничего не понятно. Какого черта? Надо что-то с этим шлангом сделать. А чё?
I didn't like the...
А, вот этой хренью пережать. И чё? Ой, вода кончилась. Ой, мы все сломали.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
А мы-то чё?
I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house.
Да.
If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Вот какой вреднючий. Кошмар. Пошли. Як.
The
Опа.
armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
Это чё? А, мать моя! Босачки.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Злые босаки. Все. Тикаем по-шустрому. О боже.
Madre Dio.
Какая она лупоглазая.
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
Такая лупоглазая.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children.
Oh, привет,
Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs.
Кстати, вот с этой графиней прям интересная.
Something interesting. Follow me.
Это, ну, типа замута интересная квест. Ой, а почему ты плохой киберспортсмен? Что случилось? Расскажи мне, я послушаю.
Unlock the door, por favor.
Ну, точнее, почитаю.
This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Ну, пошли.
Hey, senor.
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble.
Круто. О, танки!
A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. It was too delicate to move.
А тут что?
On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. Now what? Feeling like... Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass over a checkerboard pattern.
Может, с ней надо поговорить? Нет, нормальная интонация. Ну, танки и танки. Наверное, классная игра. Я ни разу в нее не играла. Ну, типа, а что там надо делать? Что эта игра вообще по жанру из себя представляет?
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
Так, о чем спросим?
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5. 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now. Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard? Oh, the pattern on the lectern, purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it?
Что за симулятор кладбища тамплиеров? Это квест. Сломанный меч называется. У нас тут тамплиеры, ассасины и загадки. Все же мы любим загадки, да.
I think this must be it. This
Вот
is
мы
what the
разгадываем
manuscript is
загадку.
pointing to.
This is extraordinary.
Ну давай смотреть, что там.
Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart?
Время разгадывать загадки.
Has had a good long run, but it ain't here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set. Now hurry. My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left
Это
their
старушка, потомок
Don
тамплиеров.
Carlos. Is he the guy who went missing?
But he
Своего
had
рода, по
reckoned
крайней
without
мере.
the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our land and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
Грустно.
Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
My lady.
My lady seems to trust you.
Серьезно, вот бы я писал такие курсовые.
No, senor.
А то я пишу только про экономику, про риски, отстой. Ну, давай смотреть, что там по набору.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Мать
Working
моя.
quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Ёбаный насрал. Кто-нибудь знает, как это пройти? Каждую фигуру нужно ставить в соответствующее отверстие. Щелкните по свободной фигуре и посмотрите узор на ее основании. Точно так же можно посмотреть узор на доске, щелкнув мышью на отверстие. Каждую фигуру нужно вставить в отверстие соответствующим узором. Для этого перетащите фигуру на клетку с отверстием. Если попытаетесь ставить фигуру в неподходящее отверстие, она вернется на свое место сбоку. Красный, синий, зеленый, светлый, зеленый. Вот. Это сюда. А как? А как таскать-то? То есть эти сначала. Зеленый, бежевый, синий, красный. Вот, зеленый, бежевый, синий, красный. Ну хватай ее уже, заебал. О! Узнала, что во время первого крестового похода дорогу крестоносцам показывали армяне. Послушай, сюда иди. Вообще прям верный путь. Дальше поехали. Синий, бежевый, красный, зеленый. Синий, бежевый, красный, зеленый. Вот она должна быть тут. Красный, темно-зеленый, зеленый, синий. А где? О, вот здесь. Возьми ее. Вот. Красный, зеленый, синий, темно-зеленый. Вот сюда ее. Ну давай, заёб. Да блять. Вот. Так, стоп. Зеленый, синий, красный, темно-зеленый. Вот. Ну. Вот сюда. Зеленый, бежевый, красный, синий. Вот сюда. Так, красный, бежевый, синий, зеленый. Вот так. Эту сюда. Синий, красный, зеленый, темно-зеленый. Ага, вот оно. Опа! И эту сюда.
With the red pieces in place, the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
Чё? Так. 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 Нет. Так. Ой. Шах и мат. Блин, да я в шахматах не шарю. Как я догадаться должна была? Тут рандомный ставить. Вы чё, рофлите, что ли?
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure.
Sure, I'm sure.
The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
А прикиньте, реально была бы там смертельная ловушка.
I solved another puzzle.
You did?
Well, I guess I did.
Well, what was it? What's the answer?
1314.
What does that mean?
It was the date when Jacques de Molay was burned, wasn't it?
Of course.
The answer was hidden in a stained glass window. When I looked through the lens, the picture changed. It became a man surrounded by flames.
It seems to me the answers to the Templar puzzles are as cryptic as the clues. Sometimes I wonder if the manuscript isn't an elaborate joke.
The Knights Templar weren't the kind of people to play jokes, were they?
Ой, она кубок нам
This is the
отдала.
chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
Лол. Ладно, текаем.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Нам сюда надо. Идем. Отполируй. Это мафия, которая та самая мафия, или какая-то другая мафия?
How pleasant to speak to you again.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know, it is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Да, давай.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
Ой.
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Та самая, тогда
I think I have
слышала.
seen it on that wool
Которая в сделку не входила.
That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Do you speak Latin?
You ask this of a priest?
Okay. Can you tell me what per disciplinum meum?
Let me see. That would be,
Yeah. I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. It was a...
Мы это все спрашивали уже.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
Catch you later.
Au revoir.
Ладно. Дальше чё? Чё дальше? Надо, наверное, победы отдать ее кубок. А то как-то грустно. Без него. Представляете, кубок 700-летней давности. Капец. Это же круто. А мы к ней не можем вернуться. Ну ладно. Окей, а что дальше тогда? А, может, с этим надо поговорить? Покажем ему. Смотри, какая красивая цаца.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes. What is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta sita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of
Как они так запоминают
Like
фразы
I
на
said,
латыни
it's a
вообще?
treasure map. Maybe not.
Капец.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
И чё? Окей. Может, надо с ней поговорить?
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no. The Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish
Что-то какая
The
недовольная, мать
Countess
моя.
entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the
Ты чё
Templars?
быкуешь, мать?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the
Чё
chalice are
быкует вы на неё?
reunited,
Посмотрите,
maybe
а?
I will.
Капец.
Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
looks as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
Жаль, латынь не преподавали. Если бы у нас преподавали латынь,
I'd
я
better
бы ее
get back to the
неправильно
quest.
произносила, я бы призвала гребаного сатану. Да почему? Что дальше делать? Я не знаю. Может, надо еще раз на эту хрень посмотреть?
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight.
Ты заебал. Посмотри
I could
сюда.
see her
Посмотри.
Hey, a Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date.
No.
Let me see. MCCC That's 1314.
И чё? Это все, конечно, охеренно. А дальше чё? Может, я еще не совсем поболтала? Сюда? Я не знаю, наверное.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Jean.
Нет.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Я что-то пропустила, может?
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
I noticed that the stain...
You have a keen eye, monsieur. It was as old as the...
Oh, man.
Oui, a terrible loss.
Catch you later.
Au revoir.
Эта игра вышла еще до меня. Ну, как бы и до меня. Эта игра старше нас всех.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it. But the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something.
Чего? На гробнице рыцаря вырезаны беспорядочные буквы. Вы должны найти ссылки на цитаты из Библии. Название книги, глава и стих римскими цифрами. Вы что, рофлите? Например, Евангелие от Луки, глава 8, стих 2 было бы обозначено следующим образом. Чего, блядь? Вы рофлите? Вы должны найти и выделить все ссылки. Если вы выделите ссылку целиком, буквы останутся подсвеченными. В противном случае они погаснут. Как только ссылка будет выделена, Джордж прочтет ее. Окей. Ага, выделяется.
Psalms 22. But it must have meant something.
Всё,
If I
понял.
examine the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
Охуеть просто. Давай вот это еще. А чё оно? Psalms? Какой-то там.
Psalms 32:7. The numbers refer to a chapter and a verse in the Bible.
А сколько их должно быть, интересно? А они могут быть по вертикали?
John 4:11.
Реально? Это не все, что ли? Еще какие-то? Я не знаю. Вот. Коринф, да. Вот это значит.
Corinthians 14:5.
Да, ой.
But a series
Спасибо.
of Roman numerals ran around the plaque. I made a note in case they meant something.
Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22:21.
I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me.
Читер.
After all, the De Vasconcelos arms
Вот
were
бы
already
мне
on the
такую
manuscript.
память.
Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Угу. Все, теперь надо, видимо, опять к этой тетке идти. Или нет, или сначала у священника спросить.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
У него...
Do you speak Latin?
You asked this?
Okay.
Нет, это мы спрашивали.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Идем. Никогда не знаешь, где они пригодятся. Да почему... Ага, почему мы не можем не поехать? Я не знаю, что еще надо сделать. Что надо делать? С этой поговорить.
Hello, George.
Нет.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Да. Спасибо, что зашел. До свидания. Ой, нет, нет, не туда, не туда, нет. Нет. Дайте, блин! Не туда! Вот. Может, с ним? Я уже не знаю.
Hi, Andre.
Hello.
Вот, да.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
Почему бы не быть детективным экзорцистом? Типа как Константин?
The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Жуть.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Нам, видимо, туда, где они, вот они, раскопки Бафомета. Привет.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
When I finish my break? An interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too?
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Если ты будешь как Константин, то я не хочу быть твоим напарником, потому что все его напарники сдохли. Типа, ну вот такой. К тому же один из его напарников — это Шайа Лабаф. Типа, нет.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks
Изабелла...
like?
Ой, нет, Изабелла, как она? Нет,
Eyes,
Изабелла — это которая сдохла. А вторая — это как
ее?
Блин.
So, who are
Не
they?
помню. Не помню, как вторую зовут.
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
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 Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing. Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Привет.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
Какой-то ты мутный.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
Ну, знаешь, все равно неутешительно, когда из кучи друзей остался только один, и то не особо они дружили, на самом деле.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
Have you seen this man before? You have?
No.
Ах ты гад, он его узнал.
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there. I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial. There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door is locked, monsieur.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
George, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
George, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did? Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
О. Блин. Ладно, я, пожалуй, на сегодня закончу. Да, уже поздно. Продолжим как-нибудь в другой раз. Не обижайтесь, пожалуйста, что так поздно. Но на сегодня все. Жуткий номер. Но, как бы, возможно. Посмотрим. Ладно. На сегодня тогда все. Спасибо всем, кто пришел. Пока. Завтра, не знаю, может, тоже